We're currently packing up all of our things today to leave the wave pool, so I thought this would be the perfect time to go over my travel quiver, except I'm not really sure if it counts as a quiver because I only have two boards. My first board is this Synergy from Sharp. It's 5'8" at 26.5 liters approximately. I will put also my measurements on the screen just so you have a reference to benchmark it, but I just got this board kind of recently in Bali, and I did unfortunately ding the nose pretty bad on my first day at the wave pool. So I haven't surfed it too much here, but the times that I have surfed it, I really like this board. It feels really responsive, and I feel like this is kind of the perfect size for me right now. I would say this is kind of like my good wave performance shortboard, and probably what I would reach for almost all the time if I'm surfing a reef break with a little bit more power and size. The second board that I'm traveling with is my high performance twin fin from Exo Coco. This board is 5'6" and about 28 liters, and this is the Bliss model. And I get so many questions on this board because it's just so beautiful. And I also feel like it's a newer line and I haven't really seen that many people surf it. This is what the tail looks like. It is taped up from the wave pool. This is my first twin fin, so definitely took me some time to get used to the feel, especially on my backside. But I think now that I've gotten a decent amount of time surfing with it, I really love this board. It's super fun, it's loose and easy to turn. And I also heard that learning to surf a twin fin can be helpful because it forces you to learn how to surf rail to rail. So I think that's all been really helpful for me as I continue to progress my surfing. I also wanted to add a couple notes on things that I missed because I think I was just in a rush to film this while I was packing. I did a ton of research on this board before I actually purchased it, and what I learned slash was told at the store is that this board is designed to be narrower to take into consideration the fact that women's feet on average are smaller than men's, and so it's supposed to be more responsive to your movements, and they also compensate for that a little bit by making the board itself thicker. This board is also shaped by the same person that shapes album boards, which I think one of the most well-known models is the Twinsman, and I think a feature of the Twinsman is that the fins are placed further back on the board, which helps provide more hold, and I think the same applies for this one as well. And so I think this board is marketed to be very versatile. I think Coco Ho herself said that she uses this board for waves up to 6 feet, and I personally like to use it for waves that are kind of on the smaller side, like maybe anything up to 5 feet, and then after that I probably would switch to my Synergy or a step up. But I do really like this board because it gives you kind of like that twin fin fish like feel, but I think it still holds up pretty well in more challenging conditions too. So those are the two boards that I'm traveling with right now. I also did have a step up. It was a 5'10" Sabotage that was about 29 liters, I believe, but I did sell that before I came to Korea just because I knew that I wouldn't be surfing super big waves anytime soon, so I probably wouldn't need it. And also overweight baggage fees and surfboard bag fees can really add up depending on the airline, and so I'm just trying to travel as light as possible. And I feel like these two boards basically cover almost all the conditions that I will probably ever surf in while traveling, so far it's been really working for me. I'm definitely not an expert in boards by any means, so do some more research before you make any purchasing decisions, but hopefully this is still helpful.